guys, and welcome back to the channel for the final part. This is part 10 of the Fournier RF4 build by West Wings. Last video we covered the wings and fitted the tail feathers, and in this video I'm gonna crack on and get the ailerons covered and the servos installed, and yeah, just details. So welcome back. Cheers guys. Okay, getting there now. Right guys, I think I'll call that one done. It's time. I'm going to stick these hinges in, and the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to see how far I can get them in with the CA, and if I can't get them in very far, then I'll chop the surplus off. If I get them in as far as I need to, say there, they do stick awfully quickly. And the same with this one, back in a moment. Yep. Applicator. I've now tidied the bench up and all the scraps. Is that a scrap? There we go. And like I said on part 9, rough your hinges up, preferably before you cut them out of the milk bottle material, because if they're shiny they probably won't stick. So give them a bit of a roughing up. Okay, my beauty, let's get you in there. If you remember on the plans, originally it was top hinged with film. I've never been able to get a really nice hinge line that stays nice anyway. So you go with what you know, don't you? One of these goes in here. That could be that one. I've got to make the holes for the screws. I've got to tighten these, put some thread lock on these as well. Let me do a little bit of jiggery pokery guys. I've got to make the holes a little bit in the film there, so back soon. Here's a better idea than a soldering iron guys. It's a little pointed tool. What I'm going to do is just to pop over to the gas cooker, heat it up, and then just poke it through the holes, and it'll get nice and neat. So I'll be back in a minute. May as well do that as well while I'm at it. The screw washer holds the wing on, and in fact I can do the holes in the front as well. Let me take all of this. I'll be back in a minute. Right, next day. Well, it's definitely that one. So what I've got to do is to screw that in now, and then once it's screwed in I can then glue the control horn into the aileron like that. I think I'll use epoxy. I really don't want it to come out, but that will be the very last stage. So first thing is to connect this up to there and see if I can get it all in. Yeah, it's a little bit of a loose fit that actually. I'm just going to put some tape around there, and then I can sort of get this up into a little tight ball, keeping it in this corner because I don't want it pressing out and putting a sort of a dent on the fabric on the other side. That's why I put a little piece of wood in there to try and sort of help prevent that. Should be okay. These little servos, just to remind you, AWD on them, stands for Angel Wind Designs. UK, small UK company, manufacturer of kits, amazing little aircraft, and they do a couple of different servos for their small aircraft, and that's one of them. And also my couple of slips I've made in describing the sunburst effect as stars. So I've also been thinking about the stars. I quite like the idea of them. I'm going to cut out some sort of little templates and see how they look. And if I like the look of them, that's what I'm going to put on, stars. I don't think I'll glue these in just yet. And therefore I've got to remove a little bit of the tape around here, so let's do that now. Yeah, that's fine, that's all I need, just a blob in the middle just to hold that down. To make sure it's centered, I'll put the bolt through. Like that. I'll pull it down nice and tight. Just wondering if I ought to put a little bit of Vaseline over the thread. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't want to glue the bolt in, do I? So let's mix up some. Oh, before I mix up some epoxy, I want to make sure these servos are centered. So I don't want to do gluing those horns in and nothing centered. So I'll center up the servos, guys, and so we'll come back in a minute and glue all the bits together. Right, I've got some Vaseline on the thread here, so I'm going to put a little bit of epoxy around the outside. This doesn't have to do anything but hold it in place, really. Okay, keep it set there. Now this, I've centered the servos. This is going to go in here. Oh, I had centered the servo. It's going to go in here. And there we go. That's in. Do the other one. Okay, that's those in. So do I want to put these in yet? No, I'll leave them because I want to work on the top of the wing probably. So we'll leave those for a minute. Right, we'll let that set, guys, then we'll come back. Right, I printed out some stars. These are the biggest. And I'm just going to cut through, just make them out through the film. I'm going to cut through them and we'll see how they look. So I'm thinking if this were a full-size aircraft that I was restoring and going to fly, I would want to make it personal to me, and therefore this is a potential colour scheme I would do it. There's a funny thing with stars, and that is they've got a top and a bottom. You wouldn't think so, would you? what I discovered after putting stars on an aeroplane once. Why did they look all wrong? And then it occurred to me that they're not actually mirror image. They like sit on their little feet, don't they? You know. So now looking at the aeroplane, yeah, why not? Why not, eh? It's either that or the lovely starburst effect. I would probably put two on, one there and one there. I'll cut a few more out and then make a decision after I've made a few incisions. Well, what do you think to that? They're not stuck down, but I quite like it. It's like a sunburst effect, only in stars. I did have them in a straight line, but they just didn't quite work. So what I'll do, I'll boot the iron up and just gently solder them on. I was going to say gently iron them on. I quite like this, guys. I'm gonna go with it. I'm glad I put the wings on the fuselage because you get a better feel, don't you? So I'm not going to put all the stars facing the same way. That's going to look a little bit preconceived, but I quite like this sort of curvature to it all. So when I come to put them down, I'll just make at different angles. I think I quite like it. That one wants to be about there. So iron's heating up. Let's swap the glasses. If you're struggling to get the edge up, which I was, just stick it to a piece of tape and pull off clean. Right, so I'm going to put the first one at a slightly jaunty angle. Position that. Actually, I wonder if they ought to all be sort of slightly, each one slightly turned. It's an idea, isn't it? And it looked like they're sort of rolling off the wing, you know, sort of. There we are. So I'll just match the curve on this wing and stand back and admire it. The only thing about sticking film on top of film, you've got to be careful that you don't trap air bubbles in. If you do, you can just get a pin on it and just gently dob it in. But that's why I'm sort of going from the middle. Oh, out. Look at that. That's didn't like that, did it? Just on the edge. That will wipe off, but how annoying is that? That's just a nice patina I've got going there. That should clean off. So I'll do the other side, guys, then we'll come back and take a look at it again. There we are. So the stars are on. Right, pilot's been painted, then we can bolt the cockpit on. Not bolt it, screw it on. If you've ever watched Mark Croucher adding cockpits to his models, he loves to screw things on. And I think there's a lot to be said for it because you can take it off easily and you don't get all that horrible glue and everything else. So I think possibly, how about fitting the wingtip skids, couldn't I? The back one only goes in about 1/4 of an inch. Front one goes in a bit longer. There we go, that's nice. Okay, I think that's nice. Still, there's one on. I'll put the other one in. I think I'll just mix up a little epoxy and just push them in and they'll be fitted then. So I've just connected up the aileron servos and hey presto, they actually turn the right way. So that's right and that's left. I'm going to increase the throw a bit. I think originally I put them on 50% travel because I didn't want to damage the controls. But I think I can increase that a bit. It's working very smoothly, very nicely, so I'm really happy with that. The skids are now epoxied in, as are the two carbon dowels at the front. Rudder and elevator are working well as I left them, and the throttle is working, and the retract. So I'm just going to now tinker with the throws on the aileron. I'll go and see if there's any suggestions on the plan, and I'll take the throws from there. So yeah, good progress. Very smooth the cabin keys. So it's got plenty of thrust there. So this is the last video in the series for the West Wings Fournier RF4. Long time out of production now, so it just remains for me to say thank you very much to Ron for sending me the kit, and fingers crossed for a good maiden flight when the weather permits, of course. So thanks guys for watching. I'll link to the playlist at the end, and I'll also link to the maiden flight video when it's done, and we'll see how we get on. Cheers guys. I wonder what I'm going to build next. Okay, bye. See you in the next one.